Hey everyone, welcome to our call. Hello to our kickoff party. So my name is Barbie Kalev, and Nikki, hi Nikki, she's my brand new coach, and she said, oh my God, if I knew that there was gonna be video, I would have gotten dressed up. I'm like, girl, have you watched my selfies? Like, I took a shower for you today and I did my hair, but you should know the insides of what we really do as coaches is we wear pajamas underneath, right? So that's the truth. Like most of the time, so I'm wearing pajamas and my slippers. And then the truth is that after this, well, before this, I took a selfie so that I could use it for social media. And then, 99% of the time you could look like a hot mess and it just doesn't matter. What is it called? The entrepreneur mullet, nice top, PJ bottoms. Totally. Okay, I hope the dog stops barking. Is that true, Melissa? This is my freaking life, you guys. Welcome to Coach Life with barking dogs and screaming children. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I should probably put the dog away. Hey, Max, come here, buddy. It's okay. We're safe. Can you take him in the room with you, baby? Thank you. All right. So my name is Barbie Kalev, and oh Lord, now we got 3 dogs. One of them is going to eat the other dog. Go. Everybody leave. Go to daddy, go. Corey can stay here, baby. All right, this happens on every professional call, so, okay, this is it. This is really it. So anyway, my name is Barbie Kalev, and I've been a coach for 11 years. Welcome to our team, and then we've got Melissa Zimmerman and Stephanie Anderson with us. And Jessica, are you a brand new coach? Oh my God, welcome. Awesome. So Nikki and Jessica are brand new coaches. And Kayla, I don't see Kayla. Oh, Kayla, how come I don't see you? Hold on, what can I do differently? And then Hannah is on. Okay, Hannah, I see you. Kayla, I don't see you. Her camera's off. Girl, turn your camera on. We showed you your PJs. Melissa's not wearing a bra. What's your confession, Stephanie?
I just changed out of my pajamas so I could take some selfies for my IG.
Great. You see, that's the truth. Hey, Hannah, so nice to meet you. All right, so let's get serious. Gosh, we have so much that we actually do want to do and share with you tonight, but we really wanted to show you that, number one, we're a community. Raise your hand if you're a little scared and nervous and excited all in one. Right? Keep your hand raised if you're really kind of scared and excited and nervous all at once. It's totally normal. When I first signed up as a coach, I wanted to throw up and I had a knot in my stomach. I'm not kidding. And I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself involved in? And I did it because of the community. I did it because I wanted to help people. And then I just hoped that it wasn't a scam. And I just hoped that I could help some people. And that was it. And I fell in love with it. And here we are 11 years later. And Melissa, maybe we should start with just like 1.5 minutes. Like, so Melissa, you know what? I'm going to put you on the spot. Okay. How long? Unmute yourself. And then we're going to get into you. Melissa, how long have you been a coach?
I just had my 3-year coaching anniversary.
What made you sign up? And everybody be honest. Like, don't give us the pretend answer, but like really, why did you sign up? Was it the money, the community, what?
To be honest, I signed up, 1, to get skinny. That was my initial thing, and to make some money because we were not making ends meet. So to earn some money while I got skinny, that was where I started.
Okay. And then 3 years later, and again, the truth, 3 years later, what has happened as a result? Like, how is your life different? And not, you know, not, hey, look at you, Sarah, your hair all did. What has happened 3 years later?
So now I coach full time now. It was my choice to leave a job that wasn't serving me or my family anymore. And the biggest difference in my life is my shift in my mental health and my mental and personal growth journey. And like, I lost 30 pounds and that's awesome. But I got over that mindset of needing to be skinny, and I have found why I want to take care of myself. And I never was a health and fitness person ever. Like, I hated working out, and still now I have to like make myself do it a lot, but I love doing it for health, and I love being able to show other women that they can do that too, that they can be happy, that it doesn't have to just be, is this all there is?
Mm-hmm. And you're a mom.
I'm a mom of 2 boys.
I know. How old are they?
They're 8 and 10 now, and my oldest is in 3 different sports now. And so it's great that I had the opportunity to leave a job, because now I can just be the chauffeur, I guess, and take them wherever they need to go.
Yeah. Nikki, are you a mom? You're a mom, right? You can just click on mute. Hold on. I'll unmute you. Wait.
Okay. Yes. So I have 2 daughters and 2 sons. My daughters are in high school, a junior and a freshman. And then I have my son's in 7th grade, and the youngest is in 2nd. So we're busy. I'm a chauffeur too.
Yeah. And then
Sarah is literally chauffeuring her children right now. Like,
and they're like, oh, that's awesome. See? And then, okay, and then Jessica, obviously, welcome to the team, girl. And you are obviously a mom. And then Hannah, do you have children or no? Hold on.
I have a soon-to-be stepson. He's 13.
Okay, cool. I'm just trying to show that, you know, there are moms, non-moms, dog mothers, you know, all that, grandmothers. Okay, so Stephanie, why did you finally decide to become a coach?
I became a coach because I had been doing the workouts for 9 years.
Crazy.
And, following a lot of coaches because their stuff was all really inspiring, and really I could see that they were living the life that I wanted. And so when I saw your post about your freedom that you had because of coaching, I just knew that was what I wanted, and that this was the key to making all my dreams come true.
How long have you been a coach?
Almost a year.
Mm-hmm. And what is okay, now the fun questions. What is and we didn't prepare any of this, they trust me to do whatever. What is your favorite part of being a coach?
My favorite part is when I actually know that I'm helping change someone's life. Like, I just want to make a difference. So
what has been the most like special moment you've had as a coach?
People, like women, when they thank me for reaching out to them, when they thank me for following up with them until they said yes, because once they say yes and they actually start changing their lives, they feel so much better. So I guess when I'm told thank you for doing what I do, for doing my job.
And it seems so simple, right? Yeah, it feels, guys, for the new ladies, we can't wait till you get your first sincere thank you from the heart. It just feels so good. Maria, my darling, what made you decide to become a coach? How long have you been a coach? And I'll give you a surprise question in a second.
Well, I've been a coach for a long time, but I wasn't active for the first 4 years. I'm actually going to be a coach for 9 years at this point.
Wow.
I wasn't active until I realized, see, I'm a fitness instructor. I've been a fitness instructor for, about 20 years, and I was getting so many injuries, overuse injuries, just from teaching classes upon classes upon classes, and it was really taking a toll on my body. And I realized that I still have so much knowledge. I will always have so much knowledge of the fitness field, and I'm not always going to be able to teach 11 classes a week. So I was like, this could be a really great thing for me to start building. And my biggest goal was for me to not go early morning classes and then teach a class in the middle and then go back at night. My biggest thing was I hated going to early morning and going back again at night. And because of Beachbody and the money I'm making now, I'm able to do that. I don't have to go back at night. And that was huge for me. So I'm really like grateful for that I was able to like let go and tailor my own schedule, you know, and that was huge, really big.
So now you're a grandma.
Yeah, I have 4 granddaughters now, and I don't want to be, you know, I want to be there for them too, you know, like you ladies want to be there for your children, you know. It's like being a grandparent is like your second time around in a way, you know.
Yeah, and now you get to just enjoy it more. I mean, all the pictures that I see with you and your grandchildren, it's great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being a coach?
Well, I thought about this when you were asking, and my favorite part about being a coach is, first of all, I make my own schedule, and I love that. I like, you know, it's really beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And also that, like, I can go at my own pace, you know. I don't have like someone giving me a deadline or you know, I have to have this done, you know. But on the flip side of that, I'm encouraged all the time when I'm with groups, mastermind groups that, like, you know, because honestly, I could start to get a little lazy sometimes, but when I'm with people that are on fire, they stoke me up. And then I realize, yeah, I'm doing this too. And it gets you excited. And that's one of my favorite parts, is that I don't have to go to a meeting and sit in a boring meeting at, you know, in a corporate building and listen to somebody. I am here right now being encouraged, sitting at my kitchen table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. It's also my favorite part. Exactly.
Yeah.
A boring meeting with pants on. So if you came in late to the meeting, Melissa's not wearing a bra, and I'm no. Sarah. Yeah. Okay, last one. Lisa, are you a brand new coach? No, you're an old coach. Okay. So Sarah, all right, let's move a little quicker, if that's not a word, but Sarah, hi. Okay, different question. What do you do, because you're a part-time Beachbody coach, what do you do in your normal life?
So I am a full-time special education assistant. So I work in a school 5 days a week with children with special needs. And then I have 3 of my own kids, 1 with special needs himself. He has autism. So yeah, I'm a busy mom, and I've always been a busy mom.
And how do you make Beachbody work? Plus, on top of that, Sarah was Beachbody coaching this career she had, and on top of that, you were my assistant for a while. Like, I don't know how the hell you did it.
I know.
How did you do it?
I get up early. I get up at 5 in the morning, and I typically stay up until probably almost 11 every night. But I'm fine on 6 hours of sleep. I found kind of like my golden hour of what I need. And so when I get up in the morning, I am doing my workouts. I am connecting with my customers. I'm getting my posts in. So I'm just managing every hour I have. I have given up TV. I've been a coach for almost 3 years, and I don't even miss it at all. I gave it up before a year before because I was in school full time, so I didn't have time for TV. So when I started coaching and still in school, it was so natural, and it's just not even a priority for me anymore. And so I still watch like movies with my husband and my kids, everything like that. But it's just like every time I want to think about watching a TV show, I'm like, well, I can just be doing so many other things. Like, I'm so passionate about this job and just breathing belief into women and getting them to where they need to be while still busy, that TV is just not a priority. So I make sure that when I'm working, I'm being very intentional with my time, and it's easy. I love it.
Yeah, you really are. Hannah's like, I don't know if I could give up TV. So my annoying, I loved her, Mrs. Arnold. My annoying English high school teacher would always say, there's no such thing as free lunch. And I would get so mad that she would say that. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, people are generous. And then I started reading success books when I became a coach. And I kept reading things like, are you willing to pay the price? And I was like, okay, what does that mean? You know, like, and that's exactly what it means, right? That if you have a busy life, I want this call to be fun, but I'm gonna tell you right now that you're gonna have to give up something to get something. But I promise you that well, I can't make any promises, but I promise you that this is fun, that you're gonna grow, that you're gonna love the community, and that the reward is real. Like, I promise you that you will get to a point. Yes, you will get to a point where, guys, 5 o'clock, this is a special call. Like, normally 5 o'clock, I'm done. I put my phone down. The rest of the world could be like on fire and I don't pay attention. Like, I'm doing this call because I know that you ladies had to work, and you know, I'm doing this for you. But normally 5 o'clock, everything can happen and I just don't even look at my phone, because I've already put my years in of sacrificing. And now if I want to sit there and watch 6 hours of The Doctor, Blind Spot, I can name all, This Is Us, I can name all the freaking shows that we're addicted to and we just like watch over and like, you know, for hours and hours. But I've earned that. But I didn't in the beginning. Like, I didn't even have a TV. So, oh yeah, Blind Spot is so good. And The Good Doctor is so good. So, okay. So we decided, and then, okay, so Lisa, just how long have you been a coach? And you'll come back, but how long have you been a coach?
It'll be 2 years, March 1st.
And
so
who's
coming up on my 2 years?
Who's your sponsor?
Carmen's my sponsor.
Oh, awesome. I love Carmen. She's my girl.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite part about being a coach?
Oh, there's so many things. I love the community aspect. I love getting to know new people and helping them. I think the best part is just being able to help somebody reach their goals.
Yeah.
That's huge. I mean, my full-time, well, it's not full-time, but my 9-to-5 job is a CCA in long-term care. So it's a different scale of helping somebody, you know, it's helping somebody live and then helping somebody live, you know, so it's different. So it fills my cup, that's for sure.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Hold on a second. Everyone be quiet for a second. We have a big dog that sometimes harasses the 8-pound dog, and I thought I heard her like being harassed. So I was like, I gotta keep her safe because he's 85 pounds and she's so tiny. Everybody be quiet. Sorry about that. All right. So, okay, guys. So for the newbies, we will get to a point, not today, where we're going to be telling you like, okay, this is what you need. You don't have to do anything in this business, by the way. Everything is volunteer. So you don't have to do anything. So when I tell you, you have to hit Success Club and you have to become this. No, you don't have to do anything. If you don't ever want to do a single thing with this business, that's totally fine. It's your decision. But if you choose to do these things, wonderful. But tonight, we're actually not going to focus on, okay, you need to hit Success Club, or if you want to build your business, you have to build Success Club, or hit Success Club and you have to sell this many challenge packs and you have to bring these people up to the team, because raise your hand if that stresses the out of you. Okay? And that's probably not the best way to start. So we're changing things up a little bit. And so I want to know, why? So I want to, Jessica, who is your sponsor? Hold on, I'm going to unmute you.
Maria.
Maria. Okay.
Maria.
Now everybody start listening to this, okay? Well, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing until we're done, but listen to what Jessica says. Why did you decide to sign up with Maria?
A couple reasons, and I had other options. I had a cousin that she does it as well. But Maria, one, has been pursuing me for about 2 years.
So what does that mean, pursuing you?
Well, she's not not salesy or anything, but she always checks in with me, sees how I'm doing, just in a friendly manner. Also, like her, I do personal training and do fitness classes and all that as well. So with her, I feel like we're all on the same page and what we like to do in life.
Okay,
so she was kind of like to follow.
Yeah. So
that makes sense.
Yes, it makes perfect sense. How did you know that Maria was a personal trainer?
Well, we worked at the same clubs, at the same gyms.
Okay, so what I heard you say was common interest, right? And then Melissa, you just wrote down that she connected with you, like she cared about you, she followed up with you, right?
Yes.
And so it was that personal connection, okay? Raise your hand if you've seen those spammy Beachbody coaches that all they're doing is posting pictures of Shakeology and their sweaty selfies.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Okay,
everybody, don't be that person. And that's what, okay, Sarah, we knew you were just going to stop by for a few minutes. Thank you, hon. The goal of this call is to help you figure out what you're going to post about, okay? Because social media, and let me mute you, Jessica, social media is your storefront, okay? This is what you're showing the world. This is what people are seeing and everything else that's happening in the background. But we don't want you, whether you're calling yourself, and I told Hannah's on, and I told her you're not allowed to say you're a discount coach because you're pigeonholing yourself by calling yourself a discount coach. You're a coach. You're going to see what you decide to do with this business or with this thing, but you don't want to be that person that's like, every single picture is a sweaty selfie. And that's what you see so many coaches doing, okay? You might be even that person right now, okay? So if you are that person, we want you to stop it. And so what we're going to teach you tonight, I'm serious, stop it, because I used to do it too. What we're going to teach you tonight is by asking each other, okay, well, why did you sign up with her? You're going to see, like we did with Jessica, that it was because personal connection, right? And because Maria cared and followed up with her, and because they had a common interest. She's a personal trainer, I'm a personal trainer. Oh, so I can do this, okay? So Nikki, why did you, and we don't really know each other, so you tell me, girl, why did you decide to sign up with me?
I just liked your post. I think you liked my Untethered Soul post, and then I started following you and just kind of seeing your Instagram stories, and then you reached out to me, and just a lot of the stuff you were saying was inspiring. I've been wanting to start working out and make the time and make a change, and I just like you said, connected with you.
What? Okay, so what she said was, I was shopping for her, okay? I hand selected her because this is what we do, you guys, right? We look for people that we want to connect with and that we like, okay? So I know all the medical benefits of cannabis and all that stuff, okay? I have no problem with that. I'll tell you another funny story one other time. Okay, I'll tell this story now. So I went to the doctor I hurt my arm. I went to the doctor the other day, and the doctor was like, oh, we have this natural treatment and stuff, right? So he did the trigger points and stuff. And I was like, what's in it? He goes, it's natural stuff. And I was like, all right. I don't know if you guys saw my stories. I was high as shit. And I didn't even know that, because I paid like $300. I was at the doctor's office. I didn't know that I was, he gave me cannabis, right? So anyway, so I'm there and I'm like, doc, I'm feeling kind of, funny, right? He's like, yeah, you just want to stay there. And so I'm sitting in the chair at the doctor's office, like just laughing. And I'm like, I just kind of feel like I need like a disco ball, you know? So I'm like, I don't think I can drive. So I'm sitting there for like an hour and I'm still like, okay, this feels really good. And so I come home and I told my husband, I was like, you know, Dr. Katanas gave me some stuff for my arm. And he's like, babe, he gave you weed. And I was like, no, he didn't. And he was like, what was the name? And I was like, pro cannabis, you know? And I was just like, and he was like, seriously, babe? He's like, you're so naive. So apparently, anyway, what was my point? My point is that I, like everybody else on here, is looking to connect with people that have common interests, okay? So while I have no problem with, for example, truly like medicinal stuff like, you know, cannabis oil and whatever, and I didn't do it on purpose, my point is that I'm not gonna purposely seek out someone that has like a big fat joint in their pictures, okay? Because that's not my, you understand what I'm saying? That's not my person, personally, okay? It could be somebody else's person, or someone that is, you know, smoking cigarettes in their pictures and beers and all that. So when I saw your post, you were reading The Untethered Soul, and I just finished reading that book. So if I saw that you were reading a book that talks about, you know, your soul's journey and not being attached, and, you know, I mean, it's just such a beautiful book, then I instantly felt that I would have a connection with you. And plus you like to read, and you said that this was like your 5th book this year already, yeah. Right? See, and I remember, and I talked to a lot of people, but how did that make you feel right now that I remembered that?
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, a lot of the times, like, people hit you up and they're, you know, trying to introduce you to something or sell you something, but I don't think they really like you said, like, try to make that connection or even look at your page. They just might look a little, and, you know, but to remember something that feels nice, you know, like, yes, it's a genuine connection, you know?
Yes. Okay. So you see, we're not teaching you right now, like, you know, do this and go this and sell this challenge pack, but it's in this exchange that we're having that you're like, oh, she cared about me. She studied my post. She actually, I know this book. The first time I listened to it, I couldn't get into it. And then the second time it was like freaking God speaking to me. You know, it's just incredible. If you haven't read it, it's beautiful. I got goosebumps. And I had that connection with you. And so I was able to talk about something else with you. Then I was able to talk to you about Beachbody. And that is the secret, ladies. Okay. So the one exercise that we're going to do, I'm going to ask another new coach. Hold on. Kayla, you're here because I don't want you to.
No, Kayla had to hop off, but my new girl Jade is on here. I think I don't know if her video's turned off because she's nursing or because she's listening and doing something else. So,
okay. Jade, can you unmute yourself? We don't mind if you're nursing. That doesn't bother us. Hello, hun. Hold on. Let's unmute you. Hey, Jade. Hold on. You are muted. Let me unmute. Okay, now you're unmuted. Don't touch it. Okay, why did you decide to coach with Melissa?
Well, basically, like, I know Melissa for a long time. I trust her. She's been using these products, and like, I've been a client of hers since she basically started being a coach, and so I just know and trust her, and I like watching her journey, and it inspired me to do that as well.
She's seen all your crappy. Okay, so what specifically made you say, okay, I'm gonna give this a try? Like, why now? And why didn't you become a coach 3 years ago? Because that's super important too, right?
Mm-hmm. So now, because of my daughter mostly. So I have a 4-month-old daughter, or a 5-month-old daughter now. So I'm already a business for self person, but I still have to leave my house to work. So I just was looking for something that I could still do while I'm not missing out. I'm not leaving her with anybody. So it just seemed like the perfect time. It lined up with having a baby, and yeah.
Did Melissa ask you a year ago maybe to become a coach?
Oh yeah, I'm sure that she's messaged me a few times probably about it.
And why did you say no back then?
I think a lot of it is just like fear of failure mostly. Just not being able to do it.
Mm-hmm. And so was it necessity that made you want to do it this time, or just what was it, you think?
Not even necessity. I think just a lot of things in my life have shifted in the last year. So just like almost like you can go ahead. I'm coming. So I don't know exactly what kind of a word I want to use for it, but almost like just like a different stage of my life has brought me to this point. And now it's a bigger picture and there's just more. I need more.
I understand, right? I understand. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. So this is another lesson that the sooner you learn this, the better, okay? So everybody mute themselves. I think you're not muted. Okay, I just muted you, Nikki. When people tell you no, a lot of times it just means not now, okay? If you can remember that in your time as a coach, you're gonna have a much easier time. I think that coaches have, people have such thin skin that they take everything so personal, and it's not personal, okay? It's not personal when people tell you no, or when people sometimes like, I messaged someone about being a coach the other day and they just seem so insulted, like I'm not doing anything wrong. So, but new coaches tend to take it so personally. So another thing that I see in what Jade is saying and looking at their relationship is that sometimes it's going to take a year, it's going to take 2 years, it's going to take 3 years. And that's okay. So you have to have that mentality that you're in this for the long term and not, oh, I'm just a coach, it didn't work for 3 months. Because it might not work for 3 months, right? I mean, Stephanie, you know this, you've been a coach a year now, and it takes time to find the right people that are going to stick with you, and you just keep moving forward. Okay, one more, and then Hannah, we're going to have you do an exercise that is going to give you content for you to post about. Okay, so Hannah, why did you choose your awesome coach?
Oh, well, I mean, she's gorgeous to start with.
Today.
I've been with Beachbody, not as a coach, but I've been with Beachbody, I think, since 2009.
Yeah, wow.
I was actually a coach in 2016. Yeah. It did not work out, so I canceled. So I chose Barbie because of similar post. I follow her and her husband, and I need the extra push, and all of your posts kind of helped with that. So
how did they help?
They motivated me.
Okay.
Kind of touched me a little bit, deep. They just motivated me.
Okay.
I needed them when they came.
Yes, I understand. Everybody has said that. Jade said that she was inspired. Nikki said that. Jessica said that. So we're all saying the same thing, okay? So you don't have to be, Deepak Chopra, Tony Robbins, or, Oprah and inspire like in this big way. But everything that you're going through in your life,
yeah,
you want to be able to take that and put a positive, not like painting clouds, like, little stars and birds and everything's wonderful, but take whatever you're going through and say, well, okay, how can what I'm going through right now provide value or help the person that's reading this? Okay, that's the secret formula. It's how can I use what I'm going through right now to help or to educate or to entertain or to motivate the woman that needs my help. That's what we do as coaches. So as coaches, what is our job? Our role is obviously to use the products, right? We're getting in the best shape that we can. We're using the nutritional products, and then we're sharing that with people. Like I said, nobody wants to follow someone that's just posting pictures of themselves being sweaty and working out. But some of that is okay, all right? So I asked you why you chose your coach, and you all chose different reasons. So if you're using Facebook or Instagram, and that's what we're gonna focus on right now, and I think everyone should be using Instagram as well as Facebook, but whatever you're using, Facebook or Instagram, you want to have a list of 5 or 6 things that you're about, okay? So we're beginning the exercise part for you. So if you were to ask your best friend, your husband, your mom, somebody that knows you really well, what are the 5 things that you're about? Like, what does Nikki love? What does Jessica love? What could Jade talk about all day long? What could Hannah talk about all day long? What could Nikki talk about all day long? So yeah, so Melissa's, let's look at Melissa's top 5. Write down or say what your top 5 are, Melissa, to help them, and then we're gonna take a few minutes for you to do that. Oh, you're thinking, Melissa? Oh, she's typing, okay. So go ahead, everyone actually can do this exercise. All right, so for Melissa, she's a wife, a boy mom, outdoor hiking lover, type 1 diabetes advocate, spiritual journey, okay? So Maria, health education, family, grandmother, cross stitch, and golf, okay? All right, I want to hear, and then if I go, and this is where we get in trouble maybe, if I go to Maria's page, those are the things that I need to see on her page. If I go to Melissa's page, those are the things I need to see on Melissa's page. Okay, so by the way, I'm a teacher, so it's time to call on you. All right. Write down your things, ladies. Come on. Because if you get this, you're gonna know exactly what to post about all the time. Okay. So included in that, you should be putting fitness. Okay, because now you're on a fitness journey. So Jade, okay, girl mom, travel junkie, food as medicine, fitness, real estate, postpartum new struggles. I love that. Okay, Jade, unmute yourself for a second or just listen in, right? So actually you can mute yourself back on because I can say what I need to say. All right. They're so specific that they're really perfect. Okay. So think about when you're a travel junkie, then if you're posting on your Instagram, once or twice a day, you do not want to post more than 2 times a day on Instagram. You do want to be doing 9 or 10 stories on Instagram. Okay. People, this is the way that it works. This is for everybody, okay? And on Facebook, I don't know what the formula is, like 1 or 2 times a day on Facebook. I wouldn't be posting every 10 minutes, okay? But you have these things: girl mom, travel junkie, food as medicine, real estate, postpartum, new struggles, okay? The more specific you can be about Jade's world, the better. God made one of you. Okay, so if you're generic, if you're just saying, oh, I love to travel, and you plop a picture of some trip, you're being generic, okay? But if you put a picture of your travel and you talk about what's in your heart, what's in your mind, what you're thinking, what you're experiencing, that's what makes you you. That's what sets you apart from any other Beachbody coach, because nobody is Jade. Nobody's having that experience, okay? So when you talk about food as medicine, or when you talk about your postpartum or new struggles, so for example, there's a coach on our team, Amy, she just had a baby. I really like reading her posts about her baby struggle, not baby struggles, but like postpartum struggles. She talks about, she's like, why didn't women talk about the pain, and the healing and how hard it is? And so she's like putting words to this experience of motherhood that is really, really specific. And that makes people feel like she's a voice for them. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. The fact that you're a girl mom, of course you want to show that you're a mother, right? Because that's also a connector. But there are, I don't know how many, like if there are 300-something thousand coaches in the US, maybe half of them are girl moms. So that doesn't set you apart, right? Like same thing with boy mom, unless there's something really specific about like little girls, you know what I mean? Like, oh, it's true, little girls really do like to dress up as princesses and stuff like that. But that's kind of generic. So add that because it makes you you and it makes you relatable. But it's the other stuff that people are going to be like, man, I love that she's a travel junkie. And that's why I freaking connect with her. And I see you have tattoos. That's probably why you connected to Melissa, because that's really, really specific, you see? And so this is the way that it works, ladies. You follow people because you like something about them. So just like I like Nikki because she read The Untethered Soul and she really likes to read and she had already read 5 books and it's only February. That was something that connected me to her. People are going to connect to you because whatever your interest is, but when they connect to you because let's say you like to go to church, because you love Jesus, because you just have this thing for pit bulls, okay? Whatever that thing they're going to connect with, they're going to be going to your page. They're going to be going to your Instagram for those reasons. And then the way we get them is that then they're going to be like, oh, and she does fitness, or like, oh, she does this side business thing, or oh, she's doing this coaching thing. I wonder what it is. Okay. But if you are just posting your Shakeology pictures and you're just posting your sweaty selfies, people are going to be like, oh my God, that girl's obsessed. Nobody wants that. But if you're posting about all the things that you're about, and then you have your clean eating pictures, and then you have you could have a Shakeology picture, but don't make it obvious. It's more like in the background. Your sweaty selfie, they're going to see that fitness is one part of the many parts of you. Okay. That is the secret to coaching. And that should be your goal for the next 3 weeks. And that's why we said, listen, if you want to have a call with your sponsor, if I'm your sponsor or whoever brought you into this coaching thing, and say, okay, well, I'm ready to hit Success Club and I'm ready to start selling challenge packs and I'm ready. Great. Reach out to your sponsor, set up a meeting, and we can go over that. But if you don't get your story and how you're sharing on social media, I forgot that you're also talking, Melissa, just a little bit about images, so I'm gonna hurry up. If you don't know what you're posting about, then you're never gonna sell a challenge pack, because then you're gonna be like this, yucky, salesy, yucky, icky person that nobody wants to be around. So this is why we're doing this exercise. Okay, let's move on. Jessica, your top 5 are kids and family. Great. Love for dogs and pit bulls. So try to get specific. Like if you're into pit bulls, girl, like we have a Doberman. I have all these Doberman friends now, okay? Nobody cares about our little dogs, but I do, but nobody else does. Fitness, great. Be specific about your fitness. Be specific about your journey, okay? Coffee addict, good. Like if you're not just the fact that you're into coffee, but like get into the coffee culture. Do you have like a special mug? Do you have a special coffee? Do you like coffee shops, right? Because you can't just be like, need my coffee, 9 a.m., need my coffee, because there are only so many times you can post about that. And so you really have to find different topics to talk about within that topic, right? And then love for travel. Okay, so places that you want to visit, if you don't have it in your budget right now, places that you've been to, memories that you have. So start really thinking about how you're gonna post about those things and be as specific as possible. Okay, so Hannah, you wanna be a travel junkie, that's awesome. And then Nikki, all right, hurry up. What did you write down, Nikki? I'm pushing you. I didn't see anything that you...
I just posted it. So I said, my kids and my family, spiritual journey, reading, helping others, and just laughing, having a good time, being grateful just for being alive, living life.
Yes. Okay, so same thing there, right? Being grateful. What does that look like? If you watch my stories today, this is an example of what I did. I went outside and I said, this is my ritual. I go outside when I let the dogs out and I literally like look up, because I'm the kind of person that I could like have lists in my head all the time and all I think about is work, because that's what I like and that's how I am. But I'm like, no, I want to live. And so I shared with people that I like go out there and I say, oh my God, thank you. Like it makes me emotional. Like, thank you, for these trees, and thank you for this house, and thank you for these birds. And I love the birds, and I love the dogs, and I love nature, and I love the stars. I'm so lucky that I get to live here. So I share these rituals, that I have, so that you're not just like, gratitude is everything. I'm grateful today. You see what I mean? Like, yeah. Find ways for you to share your experience with gratitude so that you can teach someone something that maybe doesn't know how to be grateful, okay? So the fact that you love to read, well, share what you're learning in these books. What is it about the untethered soul that speaks to you, okay? What is it, every time you read a book, talk about the things that you're learning in the book, okay? So that way you guys have like this rotation of posts, right? One post could be about something related to gratitude, The next post could be about something related to whatever book you're reading, whatever lesson you have, okay? The next thing, listen, Nikki, I could learn a lot of things from you about having fun, because I'm honestly not the funnest person in the world. Like I don't know how to have fun sometimes. And so, you know what? I would follow someone that has fun and that looks like they have fun, because I need a little fun, because I'm so freaking serious, okay? So what does it mean? What does it mean? Like, when do you laugh? What do you laugh about? Where do you find humor? So you get the point? So always try to be teaching someone something, or educating them, or making them laugh, or entertaining by sharing your personal experience, okay? All right, Hannah, did you write your things, or are you hiding, or what? So actually type it in. Okay, I didn't see it. Hannah and then Jessica. Okay, you did say it. Hannah, how come I only see one? You said you want to be a travel junkie. Hold on. Okay, there. Being with family, okay, outdoor anything, being healthy, caring for others, and listening. Okay, so being with family, okay, that's going to show that you're a human being, so you can have your pictures with your family, right? But they can't all be your pictures of your family because people are like, okay, you're not in your case, but for example, moms, like your kid may be really cute, but nobody wants to see 50 million pictures of your kids, right? Not if you're a Beachbody coach. So being with your family is great, but outdoor anything, if I go to your Instagram or your Facebook, I want to see you doing outdoor things. I want to see you talking about those experiences. So Stephanie Anderson, I love that you post a lot of like outdoor pictures because you live in Montana, which is such a beautiful place. I love seeing those pictures. They inspire and motivate me. Okay, being healthy, what does that mean? Because we all want to be healthy. What specific steps are you taking to be healthy? There are a million posts that you can make about that, okay? Caring for others, what does that look like for you? You know, make a list. Well, it looks like calling someone, right? It looks like listening. You know, it looks like letting the other person finish their sentence without thinking about like what you're going to say. So start making lists of things within your list. So if you have your list of 5, when you're brushing your teeth, in the shower, all that stuff, start making little mental notes for yourself of the things that you can post about, okay? So now in the next 10 minutes, and then we're done, Melissa's going to share with you about images, because especially on Facebook, well, you can tell them, Melissa, take the floor. Tell them about their ugly Facebook pictures versus pretty Instagram.
Okay, so on Instagram, obviously, especially, but even now on Facebook, the thing that's going to catch somebody's attention is not the words that you're posting, it's the photo. And you can even take a scroll through Instagram or through Facebook yourself and see what is like catching your attention, and you're going to start to feel find what your style is. I'm going to share some tips with you guys on photos and editing. I did have a photography business for 3 years, but what I want to tell you about that is that I was completely self-taught through trial and error and Google. So none of this stuff do you have to be an expert in to start with. You can try and try again and try something new and Google and ask in the team, and it's all a learning process. So your photos. You want them to always be clear and bright with popping color. If you have like dark, dim photos or grainy photos or like that kind of faded look, it's not going to stop somebody that's scrolling through 100 photos in a minute, right? So you want them to be nice and clear and bright. The best way to get clear and bright photos is with a window in front of you, natural light, or go outside. I live in Canada, so going outside isn't like a thing right now, but you want to have the window in front of you. And I want to make this really clear because once I told somebody to stand in front of a window, so they stood with the window behind them, but you're taking the photo like this and the window is back here. So the window is shining light on your face. So facing a window, going outside, you want your photos clear and sharp. My first and like forever photography rule that I learned was if it's blurry, it doesn't get shown. Do not post blurry photos. Try to be aware of your background, like decluttering. Do not do as I do as I say. Decluttering your background, like Barbie's beautiful background right now, will pop the content of your photo a lot better. When we're talking about content, you want to try in your page to use a variety of poses. So maybe one is a face one, maybe one's a body, some are selfies, some are tripods. Jade, I love that you bought a tripod, but I want to tell you guys too, you don't have to start with like a selfie light and a tripod and all this gear. Your phone already has a self-timer option. If you don't know how to use it, Google that. But I prop my phone up on stuff all of the time, like coffee can and something behind it, water bottles, all the time. And you can set the timer and then take some photos of you without anybody around. If you're using a self-timer or tripod, don't always take them like looking straight at the camera. Use some looking away. Pretend that it's a natural or candid shot Barbie's got like a bazillion that she's taken of herself today.
So the picture that just to show you the example, right? The picture that I just posted on Instagram, I was finding a place to prop it on, and it was like a potted plant thing. And I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna post about? Like, and I wanna show that we have a nice pool. I literally took 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 pictures and came up with one. Yeah. And then we used a filter, and like all my pictures are like that.
You know if it's a coach's phone, if there's a million pictures of themselves doing the same thing.
Right.
I will give you a tip. I don't do this. I have an Android phone, and my phone doesn't have the greatest quality video. Sarah Gunther, that was on here earlier, does do this. She does a video of herself doing a bunch of different poses and then pauses it in screenshots. You want to make sure that when you do that, it's like really good quality still. So it might depend on your phone, but it's an option. I have an option on my self timer that'll take 3 in a row before I have to go back and press the button again. But you can get little, that I had one on my bulletin board, little remotes that sync with your phone Bluetooth from the dollar store for $2.50. Like easy. So yeah, even if you are using your timer, pretend it's a natural or candid shot. Lots of times I'll listen to the countdown and then I'll pose for the photo like right before it's going to take, so that it's not kind of a cheesy photo, right?
Okay, can you give us examples, Melissa, of like pretending, okay, like pretending that you're laughing?
I can't pretend that. I'm going to get to that. It's in my notes.
Okay, sorry.
I'm going to get to the laughing. I don't know where I put it though. Oh, it's down a little bit. Okay. Use a variety of framing. So not just like you can see right now, I'm centered in the photo or like in my screen. Sometimes like in a variety, like it's better if you're outside or something, but using the rule of thirds. So cutting your screen into thirds and maybe move your content over a bit just to get some variety. Again, variety in your clothing options, the colors you're using, vary your look, hair up, hair down. But through all of that, continue being you, because the photos will look fake if you're trying to pose like someone else or you're trying to look or be like somebody else. Choose clothes that make you feel comfortable and hair styles that make you feel good, because that's going to show in your photos. This one part is hard sometimes to get started with, but smile. This is the one that might be like a fake it till you make it a little bit thing. I look back at my photos, and I actually did a post about this before.
That was a great post.
All of my photos before coaching, I have that like awful like smile on, and I look so sad in all of them, or like really, really bitchy in all of them. So it is better to smile, even if you feel yeah, Jade dislikes it. Too bad, Jade. Even if you feel uncomfortable, think of something funny, think of a joke, laugh out loud, and then take the picture when you're laughing at yourself, laughing alone, because you will laugh if you pretend to laugh out loud. Yeah, Maria just did it. There's a girl on our team that if we're ever in a group, she'll go, and it makes everybody laugh in the picture. And if you do it alone, I promise you'll laugh at yourself and you'll get a good one.
Who does that? Who's the girl?
Allie Hybers does it all the time. So this is something that I do lots, because I have not showered my hair or washed my hair today. When you are done up or you are out somewhere, like I saw, who was it? Hannah said that she loves to be outdoors too. If I go on a hike, my husband is taking like a million photos of me, or I'm propping up my phone to take a million photos, bunch of different ways, some with my coat on, my sweater on, off. Sometimes I take pictures with no shirt on. I don't know if anybody's seen that one, but I take a ton of photos. Or if my hair and makeup is done, I'll take a bunch of photos. Sometimes I'll do photo shoot Friday by myself in my house, or I'll go around town and do my hair and makeup, take a bunch of different clothing options. And then you have a bunch of photos in your phone to use throughout the coming weeks, so that when you don't feel like doing yourself up, you still got photos. Remember that your Facebook page, your Instagram page is not Beachbody's marketing page. You are your marketing page. Tell your story, share your journey, and Beachbody's just a part of that. So you don't have to share like the Shakeology label. In fact, don't. You don't need to share like the screen of your Beachbody on demand, because unfortunately, in this day and age, there's so many people that have been taught incorrectly, and they've left a bad taste in people's mouths. So they hear, and I'm sure probably all of us have a specific MLM company in our mind that we're thinking like, oh my God, if I get one more message from that person on whatever, I'm gonna explode. But people see, oh, that person's with Beachbody. I'm not gonna give them the time of day. But we're real people. We want to connect with other real people. And it becomes so much fun when you connect with people that genuinely like the same things that you like. So if you have your shake while you're with your family at a hockey game, like on your way to hockey or whatever, maybe that's just me, I'm Canadian again, but take a picture of you in the vehicle and maybe your shake happens to be in your hand. Like it doesn't have to be showing up. So let's talk about editing really quick and then I'm gonna let you finish. Find a filter or editing sequence. I hardly use filters in Instagram anymore, but I have a editing process that I use. But find one that you like and stick with the same one on every photo. You might need to tweak it a bit, like if one photo is outside and one's inside kind of thing, but very, very similar, because what it's going to do, it's going to give, when you look at that Instagram grid, it's going to give a very nice cohesive look. Everything's kind of colored the same and the same amount of contrast or the same amount of whites or whatever. And if you do want to switch it up, because I do that all the time, but take a bunch of pictures, edit them all the same and use them for a few weeks before you switch again, so that it's not like 3 photos with this edit and 3 photos with that edit. And it doesn't have to be anything perfect, you guys. Just pick one that you like and stick with it. I'm going to talk about that again in a second when I talk about apps. Leave words off your photos if at all possible. I have very, very few photos that have maybe before and after dates, but they're very small, they're very simple, and they're at the bottom. You don't want to put like my very first photo ever is a picture of my first coaching photo. It's a picture of my challenge pack all laid out on the table, all of the labels, all of the brand names, green writing across it that says, yay, 21-day fix. It's like the most what not to do post ever. So do not make the same mistakes that I made. My very favorite app is called Snapseed. It's available on iPhone and on Android. It has so many capabilities. You can fine tune everything, the sharpness, the brightness, the contrast. There's even like a portrait mode that helps like smooth out your face a little bit. There's parts that'll blur the, like it's great. It does take some like trial and error, like I said, play around with it, but you can even save the way that you love to edit your photos in like a little, you create your own, it's called Snapseed. I'll type it in. So you can create your own kind of filters. And I have created ones like for my kitchen window, my basement, outside, and I just use them according to where I am that day in the picture. And then they all look really similar. So play with it, Google if you need to figure it out. Some other apps, Facetune, I don't believe it's available on Android, but it is available on iPhone. I use Perfect 365. Perfect 36 something for my Android, but they are made kind of like to clear up blemishes and things. If you've got a couple blemishes on your face, you can use those to edit them. Go very sparingly with those apps, because if you overdo it, it is so obvious. The skin smoothing or the eye brightening, if you overdo it, it's very obvious. So just like super sparingly. VSCO is another app that it's a filter app or a photo editing app. And actually, if you go to Pinterest and type in VSCO themes, you can look and find like grids that you might like the style of, and then it tells you exactly how much of which edits they've used. So that's an option too. It was too much work for me, so I just stay with Snapchat. But if you want to start, you can start somewhere there. And then the last app that I use, and this is on Android, but it might be available also on iPhone, I use InShot for video clip editing.
I love that.
Yeah, so I take videos of myself working out, and then I clip them together, and then I use an app called Story Split, but I think there's actually a better one on iPhone. But if you type in Story Split or Split Story, you can then put in an entire video, and it'll split it up into 15-second segments that continuously go into one and the other so that you could upload them to your Instagram and Facebook stories. So that's the last piece of advice that I have for you guys. Your stories, Barbie already said you want to be using your stories all the time. That is on Instagram specifically. That's where people are watching more now, is on stories, because the feed is not in any order and you lose people, but you can go through stories and you get a real picture of people's behind the scene lives. So your stories don't have to be as perfectly presented as maybe your photo would be, because it is the behind the scenes. You want to share candidly, and that's where you really can connect with people, is the stories. They're going to come to your page because you love hiking, and then they're going to watch your stories to see your day-to-day life as a mom or a whatever your work is, or a student, or they're going to watch all the crazy behind the scenes there.
Yeah, I think these are the game. This is the game. These are the rules, right? I think it's unfortunate that we live in a world where, you know, we like pretty things, and that Instagram is like a magazine, and that if the picture is not pretty or we don't look somewhat presentable, that, you know, people will just scroll by. And so I do everything that Melissa said. Like, my friend was like, oh my God, girlfriend, you're so gorgeous. And I was like, this is the way that I really look right now. And I sent her like a video of me, like, it was bad. It was like I hadn't like looked like I hadn't showered in like a week or something, you know. But I wasn't feeling well, so I was just posting old pictures because I had them in stock, you know. But in my Instagram stories, I don't mind showing myself looking like a crazy lady, because that makes people realize that I'm human. Okay, we're gonna get off in 2 minutes. I just wanted to show you really quick. Okay, do you guys see my desktop?
Yeah.
All right. So this is Melissa's her Instagram account. Look how pretty. I mean, it's prettier than mine for sure. It's just very pretty. She's artistic. Look what she's saying. Different video, different angle, probably talking about something with work, her fitness. She's looking pretty. And then her kids. And then you just see different angles outdoors. Obviously, it's like fitness, something maybe coffee, something about relationship outdoors. She's looking pretty, something about a team. I see women different sizes, something about connection. So you get the idea, everything that she's saying. So that's her name. You can go and study her.
I have one more tip. And actually, this is a perfect way. I tell my team all the time to do every once in a while to do a stop, drop, and screenshot. And if you just go and look at your own Instagram, the last like 9 to 12 images, if you can't see your 5 things in those 9 to 12, then you know what you're missing.
Exactly. That's a great tip. You guys can follow this girl too. I've been, I'm doing a mastermind with her, and she's not new, but she's kind of a baby coach sort of. And look at her pictures. Like, she has a filter that she uses. Again, like, just different angles. It's not all fitness. It's not all shakes. You know, some fitness, some shakes, but you get a feel for her, okay? So I don't know these people, and I'm not shaming anyone. I just literally like searched for Beachbody, and she called herself Beachbody Girl. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to be like, that's her thing. She's following me apparently. Look, it's like the same picture over and over again. Selfie, selfie. Hold on, that's not bad. Selfie.
Except that's all it works stuff. That's not even Beachbody.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so maybe she means like beach body. Okay, good. So anyway, so it's like the same sweaty picture. Look, but it's Shakeology looking. I don't know, whatever. But you see my point? That's something not to do. And again, I don't know this person. I'm not shaming her. I'm just saying that, look at that. It's just, no, would you follow someone that puts the same sweaty selfie every single time? So if this is you, and this is what, I don't know how to get out of here, but if this is you and this is what you're doing, stop share. If you're doing that, just stop doing it. It's a new day. You can erase those pictures and start anew, and now you have the tips. So with that, you guys, you just signed up to be a coach. Start with your fitness program. Document your journey. Share from your heart. Be authentic. use your list of 5 things, and like Melissa said, you rotate them, and then you take a picture of your phone. If you take a screenshot right now of your phone, of your Instagram, or you look at your last 5 posts on Facebook, if you're only talking about shakes, or you're only talking about how adorable your baby is, you need to see something different. You need to do something different and start creating a mosaic, okay? When you are authentic, when you're sharing yourself and your different interests, then we can move to inviting and talking to people, because I bet you people are gonna probably be asking you about Beachbody. All right, we just didn't even touch the icing on the cake, you guys. This is just an introduction. We really wanted just to welcome you, to show you how awesome we are. And now you're awesome because you're part of our amazing team. And we're here for you. We can't wait to just get to know you. We have our team calls, our training. Put your heart into it. This could be so much fun and so life-changing. Thank you so much for Melissa. Thank you for doing the presentation. And then all the coaches, thank you so much for, the older coaches. Thank you for sharing and for being here. I know it's freaking late. My husband must be like, where the heck is my wife? We don't do this 7 o'clock thing. So thank you for sacrificing your time. And I love you guys already. And we can't wait to see you guys succeed and to have some fun with this. All right, we'll see you in the new coach boot camp in the next few days. Yay! Goodbye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.